So the question is how we can algorithmically convert a truth table into a logic network. There's a variety of ways, but there is a tried and true sort of brute force method. So I'm going to go ahead and write out my truth table. I have a 3-input gate. So these are really just the binary numbers from 0 through 7. If we look at this as a 3-bit number. And I'm going to come up with some arbitrary outputs. And what I'm going to do first is I identify all the outputs that are true, and I mark them or star them. There we go. We have 3 outputs for this gate that are true, and then I want to write a completely true statement for each of those rows. So for example, if I combine not A and not B with C, if I AND them together, I will get a 1. I cannot get a 1 if A is 0, so that's why I have to not A, because I'm looking at that row specifically and asking what makes this exactly true. Now, I want to mention here that AND commutes. It means we aren't worried about order here. So we can say not A and B, or not B, ANDed with C, or we can say the first statement and say not A and not B and C. So the order of these operations doesn't matter. That's important for when we go to assemble these. So I'm going to erase that. Squidge, 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 squidge. That's the noise the eraser makes. So I'm going to write this out now as a logic network. So I'll run the input A through a NOT. I'll run B through a NOT. And I will run C straight through. So I'm going to run those all to an AND 3-way. And I cannot write using this tool. Looks like an, there we go. Looks like just the word AND. So AND 3. You didn't know about 3 gate. That's because I'm lazy. So what you want here is, if you were under exam situations, then what you would do is you would later come back and say that you wanted to build the AND 3 gate. So here you go, run A and B into AND and C into AND, and you now have an AND 3. That's kind of important when you're trying to do this quickly, because you really don't want to write all of those AND gates. So if you have 4 inputs, AND 4. If you have 5, if you do AND 5. And you can write the gate later. So here I am. Then the next row is A and not B and not C. So I'm going to run that through my AND 3. And then the last row is all true, so I'm going to run A, B, and C straight through to AND 3. Final step, OR them together. Because each of those subgates is completely specifying a possible case, run them straight through to an OR 3. And if you 2, build OR 3. Hopefully that helps. Cheers.